Yeah. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of Attempt 27, A Vintage Story. And yes, you read that title correctly. We're going to be ending the series here. Now, the house has come extremely far, right? I know that you guys like how far the house has come. But, well, the time has come for me to start over and try to do things a little bit better this time. So I did some serious work to the fireplace, and the bulk of this episode is going to be us just getting a feel for the dimensions of the fireplace so that I can replicate it in the next episode. Now, I made sure there's no clipping with this little, the hanger here for the meat. That's colored wrong as a result of when I was doing my thing. But hang on, let me just fix that, and then we'll get like complete data on this fireplace. And I'm just gonna make sure I have the requisite knowledge to replicate it in the next playthrough. That's it, right? So let's get a close look. Mostly it's very simple, but it's layered. Now, I found out that I could actually use this to save designs. And we do have like lamp posts. I built these lamp posts right here. And we're going to be able to rebuild those in the next series. Yeah. And honestly, they look all right. They look okay. They have like weird little saucer shapes up at the top. Yeah, so we have all these designs ready. And this is, it's got to be my magnum opus, right? Like, we did such a good job on this fireplace, and I'm thinking we'll try to evolve it over time. I had to make a couple of key changes here, right? So the first thing you notice is that I brought this out, the stone face, from what it was before. And there's wood in the back now. So the wooden trim is kind of like around the entire thing. Now I noticed that when this was coming down, there was nothing here, so I had to add another pillar down below. As you can see, this sort of juts out by one block. That was requisite, right? That was requisite for the finished product. Another thing that I thought about doing, only just now, in fact, is... Hang on, let me grab the hand planer. What if I did like a little stone grating right here, right? I mean, it's kind of worth considering. We're gonna temporarily do it just to see how we feel about it. And don't worry, I'm basically just gonna be hopping straight into another series after this one's over. Of course, right? I don't want to play anything else besides Vintage Story, but I want us to have some really cool designs that we can take in. So that does kind of give us the ability right here to have a grate of sorts. It does. It's kind of hard to set it up, but we could have a grate going all the way down with that. You know? It is a tempting prospect. I can use the planer to make it easier to do, but we'll get to see what it looks like before we move on to the next series. Well, really, when I think about it, a grate in front of the fire is one of the last realism touches that we need for it, and then it's like perfect, right? So we have that there, and then maybe 1, 2, and then a row right here. What's up, sweetie?
You know what we need for the fireplace?
What's that?
We need a rug in front of it.
A rug, like a bear rug?
Yeah, and then you also need a neat pile of wood nearby so that it's like, you can store it. And you need tools. You need a tools holder somewhere around. Your fire poker and stuff.
100% I do. Look at that.
That's all. Oh my god.
Right?
Wow, that looks like it belongs in a castle.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, guys, we are actually gonna do that. Let's copy and paste it. We'll get a feel for the entire thing, and we're gonna kind of like save this design for the next playthrough. I can access the campfire from here, even with the grating, right? Yeah, this is beautiful. We are definitely going to be taking this design into our next series, but it's multiple layers. For example, if you look, it's actually like this, making this design required a block in the back, which is this one, plus another one in front, which is that one, right? So looking at them separately, it's 2 layers, right? Yeah, this sits on that, and we re-chiseled this into wood at certain parts, but we will be able to replicate this. Now, these were limestone ashlar blocks. There's no guarantee that in the next world we're even gonna have access to limestone, but I'm okay with like light mud brick at the same time, right? So I really like the look of that. As far as flipping the textures goes, I don't know if we would ever do that. You can't really seem to flip the textures on the limestone ashlar, nor on the bricks. They're kind of static in a way, but honestly, that looks great. I just wanted to have this footage of the fireplace to make sure that when we're in the next episode, we're not tripping over ourselves trying to remember how we built it. And adding the grate was kind of like an added bonus, you know? And the more I think about it, it's entirely possible that we could add gratings to various parts of it in order to refine the design and make it look even better. Yeah, I wanted to have this documented. My last stream, I was doing an episode 11, but I got a notification for an encoding error on OBS, and it was like completely fucked, so I just abandoned ship on that one. Not much happened. We basically chiseled these out, but that was it, right? Yeah, so, and in the midst of it, I was like, you know what? It's been so long, and I honestly do feel like I kind of just want to start over the playthrough. A different playthrough in a different place, different location, right? We got our first story quest done, and I understand the whole game. And I really want an excuse to do it all over again. I do. So this fireplace is perfect. Definitely like my magnum opus. And we're gonna take all of these designs into the next series, right? I made a distiller for the first time ever in my life. Yeah, buddy, I made the distiller. I made a built-in, like, walk-in charcoal burning room. We had a built-in clay forming area. We had several different adjoined rooms. I made, I made steel for the first time in this series. I made a beehive kiln. We successfully made a greenhouse everywhere. We had a shitload of ceramic hives full of bees. In the next series, I think I'm just gonna do like 8, right? Like 8 of these is more than enough. We never even came close to running out of honey for our fruit nutrition. Everything about this series was wonderful though. I'm gonna try to plan out the base better next time. Yeah, leave more room. We kind of had a very odd building space in this one on the side of a mountain. This was gorgeous. Everything turned out really good. We have the designs all in here. I really like how the workshop turned out. We're definitely going to be taking more plays out of this playbook for the next series. Yeah, buddy. Damn straight. Yeah, let's just get one last look around the base that changed everything for us, you know? Very nice. Steel armor, buddy. First time we ever made it. Cream blocks. Beautiful fireplace. Yeah, we couldn't have done better. It's, the lighting is kind of weird right now. We're getting that QP's lighting glitch because of all the chiseling I did before we, came live here, but yeah, honestly, it's just fine. Just fine. All right, well, that's it. This series, guys, it's kaput. It's done. And we're going to be starting a brand new series here any second. Episode 1, we have a valid end. It's over. It's over, and I'm very happy with it. So this is it for now, guys. I'm going to be going live again in like 10 minutes, but for now, just take care, rock on, peace out, and I'll see you guys again in the next adventure right as soon as we start it. I am so happy with this one. We got really far, and I'd like to be in control of the end, right? And also in control of the new beginning, and now I am because I am equipped. It was a very nice series. Made the next one, Nameless King, be even better. I'm equipped with all these chisel designs in my head. I learned several new tools. I had never used a hand planer before. Beautifully useful tool. I had never used QP's portfolio before. Now we have design saved for the next series. I had never built an ornate fireplace before. I had never built a walk-in charcoal pit before. I had never built a bee kiln or a cementation furnace for steel before. So many first-time things, right? The perfect greenhouse and everything. We got it. We have all the experience we need. And in our next series, there's going to be so much less learning and so much more application. So I'm very excited to start it. And I will be any moment now. So hopefully, Nameless King and others, I will see you guys over there. Anyway, take care for now.